Well, hello everybody of YouTube. How has everybody been for the week? Today, this little marble is something special we're going to talk about. It's actually nuclear. Contains uranium. Is radioactive to an extent. Stick around to the end to see what we make with this. Nuclear, uranium, radioactive sounds dangerous. No, not really. This little marble here has less radioactivity than your pizza rolls after having them in the microwave for 2 minutes. Case in point, I'm not going to get mouth cancer. Alright, so what the heck is uranium glass? Back in the 1900s, late 1800s, 1900s, there were very few dyes that you can mix with glass to make it green. Like even gold was used to make ruby colored glass. It's some of the crazy thing because of the high temperature that goes in the glass would kill most natural dyes, except for uranium when it's green. Now I say uranium glass and not Vaseline glass because, well, this is green. Vaseline glass is, well, Vaseline colored. Case in point, this is Vaseline glass. Notice it's Vaseline colored. If it's in my garage for seals and stuff like that, it works better than grease. Anywho, because it's literally petroleum based in its purest form. So, now we've established the difference between uranium glass and Vaseline glass, even though Vaseline has uranium in it. It's just a pet peeve of mine. Anyways, enough of that. So why does this fluoresce green under a black light? Reason being is the UV light projected by the black light goes through the glass and the wavelength is changed actually of the light by the uranium. So how can we use this cool little marble to make something unique? Let's say, for instance, we got this piece of copper tubing here, and we could heat it up and try to stretch it over the end of this, and then put the black light somewhere in here, take the LED out of this, and shove it up in here. I don't know if it'll actually, oh, it does. So when we have this attached in here, and I hit the button, it does a little bit because the UV light has to bounce around and end up in there, and it's probably corroded in there, so it's not the most reflective surface. Anywho, but the plan, like I said, is to get one of these LEDs, wire it, and push it through the tube into the end here. But how are we going to stretch this to match this without having to glue it on there and making it weak and everything? A little thing called swedging. These are called swedging bits. And what you do, stay right there, Mr. Glass, is you put these in a drill, little truck bit, and you just run it in the end here, and eventually it'll start belling this out to have whatever size you need. It's commonly used in refrigeration purposes and stuff like that, so you don't have to use a coupler, because that's another solid joint that can fail. So, to get it to go to the size of this the copper tube the size of this marble, we're going to have to add some heat because this is going to be quite a stretch. You know, going from 1/4 inch to 1 1/4 or 7/8, whatever it is. So, let's get the propane torch, let's get a glove, let's get the drill, let's get the bit chucked up, and we'll just slowly start trying to sweat this out to where it kind of recesses into it. So this is the result of what we were doing Now, I know it looks all black and everything, doesn't look shiny, but that's what sulfuric acid's for. Anyways, we got a crack here, we got it a little thin, so we aren't going to be able to use this big marble, unfortunately, unless I custom make a tip for it. But that might be a possibility, actually. So, let's get the sheet out, and we'll try a different way. Well, that didn't completely go according to plan, but in the meantime, while I was going in and get my micrometer for measurements, I did come up with a backup. Now, we still do have this. It's probably still hot, and actually it cooled off. So, what we could do is cut it where this crack is, and still use this flared end, and we're going to make a little cone out of this scrap piece to where we can wrap it around the marble and have it go down to that flare, and then we can solder it to it, and none the wiser. It'll look good. All right, after a failed attempt, getting the copper too hot and making it really brittle, I have something that I can, make work. So now that we have this made, we need to get it shrunk down to the size of this. So we're gonna pull this out, and this is gonna be quite a shoulder, actually. So what I'm gonna do, hopefully, is actually just kind of roll it around at, let's say 1/4 inch. Yeah, that way we can, we're gonna come down 1/4 inch and lip this edge all the way around and try to form it into this. Wish me luck. We have something that we can use to hold this in place. Now keep in mind, this is the first time I've ever done this, so that's why it's a little rough. We're learning here. Anywho, so now we got this in. It's kind of hiding a lot of that uranium glass. I really want that to pop out. So what I want to do actually is kind of do like how they set stones, because we have over the radius, we can actually just like leave a little bit of a triangle in here, kind of notch it out all the way around, and make it to where it just holds it in place using the friction of the copper, and also we'll be able to see more of that glass. So that being said, you like bluegrass? Do you like bluegrass yet? Alrighty, we got our little crown going. We got this that I got shaved down to size. Got a little plan going on now. Now all I need to do is somehow tap those over without breaking the marble. Do it by finger. Fingers are strong enough apparently. And there we go. Now to save this from actually being, you know, let's call it, from overheating the marble, and to make it tight actually, I'm going to take the marble out. Just like push it out. I'm going to clean this up, solder it in place, and then we'll get the marble pressed in. Oh, I'm a little out of it today, guys. Sorry. But we'll be back. I'm going to get this soldered up together, cleaned up, and we'll go from there. That piece is soldered up and is soaking in acid right now. In the meantime, I'm going to sand and clean up the edges on a couple other magnets here. A sea turtle, cat, shark, dolphin, and a mama and baby manatee. So those will be available or whatnot. The link will be down below in February 25th, 2025, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now that I've plugged my magnets a little bit, let's do some more bluegrass. I'll get these all cleaned up, hammered up, and then I'll swap these out, put these in acid, and then I'll grab that piece. We'll polish that up and we'll see what it looks like. Alrighty, daddy. Got a little bit of a polish on it. I didn't leave it in acid long enough or clean it, but there it is. Now, a few of y'all might be wondering, what the heck am I going to be doing with this? I don't know. Tell me, what do you think I'm going to be doing with it? Put it down in the comments. Anyways, I'm going to kill the lights here. Pretty dumb, actually. So now I can't see anything at all. Can you? Anyways, let's see. Does this work? I hope nothing gets me. Anyways, y'all have the best one that you absolutely can, and we'll see you in the next one. Whoa, I cannot see shit.